All right, everybody, I'm live again. So apparently, I still have some setups to do on my new camera. I was originally streaming from my Logitech camera, and I thought, well, I'll give it a try. I know I don't have two cameras set up yet, but I can at least try with my new camera. But I haven't quite figured out the audio yet, I guess. And what happens with that, in case you guys aren't familiar with this, is you have several sound systems, right? You have sound off of your computer, you got sound off of your camera, and you have to tell it apparently to turn off one and leave the other on. And so that's why I was getting feedback and whatnot. So I went ahead and I just went to my phone. I know this is like 45 minutes later than I typically start, but I wanted to at least share with you this project. I don't know how long this is going to be because I want to be able to work with my system and see exactly what's going on. So what I'm doing today is I wanted to at least create something for Christmas. I didn't want to do Christmas cards anymore because for the most part, our Christmas card mailing season is coming to an abrupt end with Christmas being next week. So I thought, well, why don't I go ahead and make some children bookmarks, right? And these bookmarks can be for adults, they can be for kids, just depending on what kind of background that you use. So that's what I'm working on today. And the principles that I'm using are from this old book. Arcadian Toys used to have the way that they advertised back then is they would make like children's books, and then they would share all of the toys, and that's how they would get their parents to buy them toys, I guess. So it was a little story, but then it also featured all of the toys. So it was kind of like a book advertisement, but it had some great graphics. So I thought they would make really, really cute bookmarks. And then I have these really cute little paper dolls that you can get out of the shop. And I've got these as well. So that's kind of what I'm working on, is just some bookmarks. So as far as the background, I'm just using some upcycled manicotti shell boxes, and I just cut it down, and that will make it a little bit more sturdy. So I went ahead and I just cut and I put the first part on, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the backing here. All right, so this is about 2 inches long. It's going to be for children, so I wanted to make sure it was big enough and sturdy enough for the kids. And then for my glue, I'm just using Collage Medium. So I'm just going to go ahead and add some more of this to glue it down to the back. Okay, I switched to my phone. So apparently I need to still figure out my new camera. So one of my cameras, I think I shared with you before, that I have one camera and I'm waiting for my second camera. So I thought, well, I could at least, tape with my one camera. But with the system, you've got multiple systems. You've got your computer, you've got your camera sound, and I think what was happening is it was picking up both sounds. So I'm going to have to figure out when I'm working with the new platform to be able to just tell it to pick up the sound off of one source. So I'll figure it out. That's my goal for next year. A lot of times, like I said, I don't know how it's working until I start streaming, and then you guys tell me. So for now, I'm back on my phone. And hopefully I won't run out of juice. Let me see if I can plug this in. All right, so I'm making children bookmarks here. And the paper I'm using that I printed off of, I'm going to be repeating myself because I didn't work before, is this old printer paper. You guys probably remember this. We used to feed it into our printers. And I like this because it's really thin, and it really helps to create that vintage vibe. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and adhere this. And I didn't make one of these already. So this is the first time I'm actually working with this design. So we'll see how it works here. But you guys will get the idea. All right. So I'm just going to trim this down. And I just love the graphics from some of these old advertising companies. It's just so cute. All right, so just again adding the front and the back. I'm going to distress it up, of course, because that's what I do. And at first, when the paper kind of wrinkled, I was thinking, ooh, that's not going to look good. But I kind of like how it looks a little bit aged with that. So I'm just adding a vintage photo just to make it look a little bit more vintage. And then for the edges, I do want to round my corners. So who would have thought streaming could be so complicated? I just, man, turn on the computer, turn on the camera and go. But with all these systems, it's hard to figure out sometimes. All right, so now I'm using walnut stain. I just want to add a little bit more darker color to the edges. All right. And now I'm ready to decorate it up. So again, this is just a children's bookmark that I'm working on here. I wanted it big enough so that they can hold it in their hand. But, you know, I wanted it to be bookmark size, of course. All right, so now that I kind of have it distressed up, you're good to go here, but I wanted to share a couple of other options here. So some of the images, like for instance, this one set, you know, it's so cute as it is. I don't even know if I want to change it, to be honest with you, but I mean, there's so much more you can do to it, right? You can add different dolls. You can add little characters. You know, there's so much to do. This is actually pretty adorable on its own. I don't know. We'll see. Just want to add a little bit more Collage Medium down there. All right. Now, when it's a kid's bookmark, I don't typically like to add a lot of buttons and frills to them, you know, because it might end up in their mouth and you don't want them to be swallowing. So with the kids' bookmarks, I tend to be pretty simple. But there are still things that you can add. So, you know, I wanted to add some sort of a, I don't know, little ring. I probably won't do a charm because, again, I don't want it to end up in their mouth. But let me see what I got here. And anything flat probably would be good. You can also add some of the remnant rubs. Those are flat as well and won't end up in their mouth. And I want to put some string, so that's what I'm looking for here. Let's see. And then these are also good too. You can put, you know, little words. So maybe with this, you want to do, you know, books or something like that. Figure out which side is the front side. All right, so I'm trying to find some bigger brads. Oh, there, right there. So I'm just kind of looking through my hardware here, and this is what I was looking for, is these bigger brads. So let me get a few of these out. All right, and that will be for the top. So let me punch a hole. I'll make that the front. And then I always get this confused. I think it goes like that. All right. All right, so now I've got that, and then I want to put some string here. But not sure if I'm going to actually put any charms. For adults, I probably would do charms. For kids, I don't know if I'm going to do charms. Gail, how's it going? Are you still there? Is the sound okay? All right, so yeah, so, and this is nice for bookmarks, I think, because it will kind of hang over. Kids can grab it. If you don't want it that long, of course, you can trim it down. And then sometimes you can, you know, unfray this as well if you want to. Let's see. But yeah, with kids, little kids bookmarks, I don't like to put a lot of charms and jewels on them, just because, like I said, I don't want it to end up in their mouth. And then let's see, do books, you could do a read. see what I have here. Books, maybe. B-O-O-K-S. Maybe a smaller S. There's an O-B-O-O. I don't even know what letters are in here. Let's see. I probably should have been more prepared, right? So, oof, that's a big O. Kind of want them to be the same size. I should probably separate these out so they're easier to find. But they're all different sizes, different types of fonts. I think that, oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, no, I need a K. B-O-O-K-S. Yeah. Oh, I kind of like it wonky a little bit like that. All right. So now all I need is a K. Let's see what we can find here. Oh, there it is. Books. All right. So yeah. So maybe put little words there. I think that looks cute. Yep. Still going strong. Thanks, Gail. Yeah. I don't want to give up with the streaming yet, but I've got to figure it out. All right, so I'm just going to add these little letters here. Sometimes it's so hard for me to use stuff like this because once it's gone, it's gone. But I'll create some more in my shop if I need them, I guess. I think with kids bookmarks, it's all in the graphics. Something fun, something to, you know, grab their attention, make them want to read. And these graphics are just so adorable. All right, so there's my letters. Just very simple, not a lot to have to do to this. You've got, you know, images front and back, and just makes a really, really cute bookmark. Like I said, with kids bookmarks, it's just all in the graphics, in my opinion. Something to keep their attention. All right, so there's the first one. So the next one, let's see what I got to play with here. I want to do something with these. I think these are really cute. But what is my background going to be? So let's see what I've got on my desk here. So I've got this here from Tim Holtz, which I want to, again, I want it to be more kid friendly. I don't want it necessarily to be too adult, so I won't be using this cigar box here. This is cute though. It's an oversized like library card. I think that would make a great bookmark. Let's see what we can do with that. All right, so I go ahead again, go with my manicotti here. And that came out really cute. And I want to trim this down. So like I said, I've trimmed this down to, let's see here. Let's do it So I'm just using the measurements from my other one here. And then I use my trimmer to go into 2 inches. All right. Okay. All right, so this one, I'm going to go ahead and use one of Tim's paper packs. And this is just an oversized library book card, which I think is perfect for books. So let's go ahead and glue this down. Just checking out my glue situation here. I think I'm going to add a little bit more glue. Talk about being completely unprepared. All right. Okay, so now that I've got more glue in my glue bottle, on my last one I used the Collage Medium because I was working with finer paper, thinner paper. But since this paper is a little bit thicker, I can use my 3-in-1 beacon. All right, so I'm just going to glue that down. Then I'll trim around it. Let's see. Okay, looks pretty good. And then, of course, do the same thing for the other side. All right. So I won't be doing live next Sunday. My family will be in town, so I'll be taking a break, getting my new system set up, hopefully testing it out. So hopefully at the first of the year, I'll have a new setup that actually works for me. So yeah, this will be the last live I do, probably for a couple weeks. I might do some impromptus, because sometimes if I'm just sitting at my craft desk crafting, sometimes I just turn on the camera, but those usually aren't planned. It's just very impromptu. But yeah, as far as next Sunday, I won't be doing a live. So this is a little bit thicker, but I'm going to cover it up with ink. I'm not too worried about that. Okay, so now I have my base. Go ahead and just get my distress ink. What's nice about this paper is it's already vintage. So you don't really have to do a lot. Like this one, you know, the paper was more white, so we had to add some color to it. All right, so now with this, there's a couple ways you can go, right? You can go with the paper dolls if you want. Tim Holtz says paper dolls. No craft roulette on Friday night, no Monica on Sunday. Yep, that's right. So Cordelia, I'm going to have my new setup after Christmas. My son will be in town, so hopefully he can help me get it set up correctly. So I don't want to have the problems I've continued to have. All right, so for this, like I said, I could use my paper dolls, but I kind of want to try these out. So still going for that whole vintage, vibe here. Let's see. So these cute little dolls are in the shop. I just put them up today because I knew I wanted to use them for my live. It's really, really cute. All right, so let's see. So yeah, these are just super cute. And I think I'm gonna fussy cut. They're both really cute. I think either one, just different words. And then if you don't want to have the words, of course, you can cut around her. In fact, maybe I'll do that, and then I'll use these for my words. I think that's what I might do. So they're both cute. Which one should I use? Should I use this one or this one? Or look at these too. These are super cute as well. I don't know. They're both cute. All right, so I'm gonna find my scissors and figure out which one I want to use. They're both very sweet. This one's holding the book, so maybe I'll use this one. And I'm going to use some of my Distress Collage Medium to adhere her. And I have the vintage Collage Medium, which is going to work great. So I thought I was prepared coming on camera, but it just never seems to work out. All right. So yeah, so if you want the background that has like the little bricks, you can certainly cut it to include that. I want more of my library card to show. You can kind of go either way. So Tina is asking if there's a particular weight of paper. So this paper here that I'm working off of is old printer paper. You guys probably remember this. We used to feed it into our printers. So if I know I'm not going to be doing any coloring, because you definitely don't want to color with Copic markers with these because the paper is so thin. The thinner, the better. You could probably even get away with copy paper if you're collaging, because I like my paper to be really thin when I'm collaging. If you are going to be coloring it, and when I say color, I mean like with a medium that's going to saturate it, like your alcohol inks, anything that you're going to be adding water, like your crayons, you know, anything like that, you're going to want heavier paper because, oh, shoot, the water would just destroy this because it's so thin. But I like it for collaging, and I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. So I don't know if that helps. I print on all different weights of paper depending on what I'm going to do. If you guys have local like thrift stores, they have great art supplies that people, you know, just get rid of or donate. That's where I find a lot of my great paper that I use for cheap, really, really cheap. I even have found watercolor paper pads there for like 99 cents. which would typically cost several dollars. So yeah, your thrift stores are great. All right, so I've got my little girl here. These are great for colored pencils, though, I would say. All right, so she's just too sweet. I think she is just very sweet. So this one says books. What should we do with this one? Read, maybe? R-E-A-D. But yeah, these are just really simple add-ons that you can add to your stockings if you need a last-minute some stocking stuffers. Bookmarks for the kids are great, and then you're encouraging the reading, right? I mean, I know that they're excited about the toys and all the gifts, but if we could encourage them to maybe pick up a book during their break, that would be really nice. Ooh, I like this one better, I think. R-E-A. I need a smaller A. That A is just screaming at me. I need to make some more of these little letters in my shop. So yeah, so these little dolls, you guys, are available in the shop, along with these little cute ones as well. So if you don't want to color, both of these are available, as well as the Arcadian vintage advertising books, and they just make really, really cute bookmarks, like you can see here. So I need a smaller A. It's a little smaller. Read, R-E-A, maybe that one. That's pretty good. Okay, so I think that's what I'll go with. All right, so what am I gonna do here? I think I want to add something. Hold on a second. Okay, so these are old library catalog cards. You guys probably remember these. They used to be in the catalogs, and when we were searching for our books, we'd have to go through them. I think this would be a cute addition. Probably not that one. Plant sex hormones, that probably wouldn't be a good one for children books. What do you think? Yeah. So subject matter counts, I guess. Let's see. So really want to be kind of particular. But I mean, not really, right? Winchester rifle probably isn't a good one for the kids. I just kind of grabbed. Let's see what I got here. That one's blank. Oh, you know what? I just thought of something. Let's see. I have an old date stamp. That might be kind of fun, huh? Let me see what dates I have here. So maybe I could do like a December 25th, 25. 1986, 1980. Let's try that out. Yeah, that's kind of cool. All right, so I'm going to do that. So it's kind of fun. All right. Why did I need that? I don't know. I just thought it would be a good addition. Okay, so, and I'm not finding, I think this would be fun, but I'm not liking the subject matters. So I'm going to pull out my Remnant rub, see what I can find. So I could probably even size this a little bit bigger if I wanted to. So let me put my, let's put this. This goes like that. Okay. All right. And then I've got my twine here. Now, one of the things I have here on my desk, if I can find it, is a cute little frame. So I cut this out earlier. I think this would be a cute addition as well. Let me see if I can find my stuff here. So yeah, maybe have her here, but maybe have this as a background. But I have a vintage one, so that's what I'm looking for on my desk here. Somewhere here. All right, well, I can't find it. Oh, frustrating. I must be determined because I'm still looking. I think it would be really, really cute. Just more interest. Let's see. Oh, you know what I think? That'd be cute with that die. Oh, there. That's what I was looking for. So you could, I mean, that would work to cut that out. I think I'm going to do that actually. So that way I can just have parts of the bookmark. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that really quickly. All right, so I took one of these catalog cards, vintage catalog cards, and I cut it. I know probably a lot of people are cringing cutting up old things, but I think that would be a cute addition. All right. And then I'm just going to age it up a bit. Okay, and then I can add her. Oh yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so let me glue this down. Like I said, I didn't really put any together before I got on camera. I figured I would just make it up as I went along. There's that. And then for this one, like I said, it's thinner paper. So Tina, when you're working with thinner paper, if you're still there, you also want to kind of think about your glue, right? So you don't want your glue to be too thick because it will saturate your paper. But, you know, just be aware of that. This is Collage Medium. It's the vintage collage. So when it adheres, it's going to give kind of that vintage tone. So, but you don't need a lot of it. Now I do plan on using some colored pencils. So remember, if you put too much of this, it will act as a sealant and you may not be able to color them. So just kind of be aware of that as well. Okay. But yeah, it just adds a hint of vintage color to it, which is kind of fun. Okay, so, and then if you don't want the brush strokes, you know, you can just come through with your fingers to change that up a bit. All right, now, we had read here, R-E-A-D. But I was moving everything around. You know, maybe I won't do that. Maybe I'll use my we'll see. All right, so these are great because they're small. And you can just add these. Keep in mind it is a child bookmark, so you don't want to, you know, make it too deep, I guess. Not sure. Words to live by. That would be good for a book, right? A bookmark. Lucky. That would be kind of good, I think. All right, so lucky, words to live by. What else can we put on this? Oh, you know what? We can use the read from here, R-E-A-D. Why not? Why not indeed? All right, so I'm going to use this little word that was part of the little, oh yeah, maybe even go a little bit thinner. Maybe I can get that stuck underneath there. Read. Should it go up here? Maybe it should go up there. All right, so let me get my Collage Medium again. Anybody still there? All right. So just using a little Collage Medium here. And remember, you can use any pieces of ephemera. In fact, I'm going to pull out some of Tim's in a minute here to add a little bit more to it. So I've got my reed. Let's go ahead and lift these up. Oh. Okay, words to live by. And you can stamp on these too. I mean, they're flat enough that you can stamp on them. I want that to be a little darker. All right, so let's see what we got going on here. I want to, let's see, what else can I add there? I mean, maybe some butterflies and birds. I mean, you can add whatever you want. I don't know. It's for kids, so I want to kind of keep that in mind as well. All right, let me see what ephemera I have. Your stuff is in pods. Are you moving, Tina? Is that why it's all in pods? All right, so let's see here. So I'm just pulling out some of my ephemera pieces. I know these are my Halloween, but just want to see what I have to work with here. I just want to get small pieces. But kind of keeping with the brown tones as well. So all right, so this is what I was looking for. So I wanted to put like maybe a little label or something like that. All right. So let's see what I can add here. Oh, look at what I just, those would be perfect. Yeah, maybe I'll do that instead. All right, so let's see what I can do here. Maybe just add some decor. Looks pretty good. So I know a lot of people read on the electronic, you know, the iPads and stuff, but I still love holding a good book. I know little ones like to hold their books as well. Yeah, it looks good. So, I mean, I think these are cute little gifts. Perfect for the stocking. And I'm just adding final touches here. You moved to Oklahoma from Massachusetts. Ooh. So that weather will be a little bit better, I'm guessing, right? Are you already in your new home and you're just waiting for your pods to show up? Is that what's happening? Let's see. Go there, there, there. All right, so that looks pretty good. And then, let's see. I'm just digging through my stuff here to see if there's anything else I wanna add. Let's see. It looks pretty good though, I think. Home isn't going to be finished for a few months. Oh, that's a bummer. All right, so that's pretty close to being done, I think. I did, what else did I want to do? There was another thing. Oh, I wanted to color her in a little bit before I head out. So yeah, so as you can see, you can go colorful on these bookmarks, or you can go more vintage. This is definitely more my style, but I think this is really cute for little kids as well. So I'm just going to give her some rosy cheeks here. I used my Collage Medium, so that may not work for me. Yeah. If you're going to color your paper doll, or your little printables, you probably don't want to put Collage Medium over it because that impacts being able to color your items, as it's affecting me here. I'm getting a little bit of color, but Collage Medium, remember, is a sealant, so it will impact being able to color. But I'm getting some color. Let's see if I can maybe add some color to her dress as well. So it's just enough where I can keep the, you know, the vintage vibe going on, but still add a little bit of color to her. And these are great for your paper dolls as well. So if you have Tim's paper dolls, you can use those as well. Being very hodgepodgey. I'm not an exact crafter, as you guys know. And then maybe just add a little bit of green to her shirt. Yeah, the pencils are great for the thinner paper. All right. So I think that's going to do it, you guys. What do you think? So, Tim crayons. Yeah, Tim crayons would work great as well. I didn't want to risk, the crayons don't have a sharp tip, so I didn't want to risk that. But yeah, the Tim crayons would be great as well. We'll have to do a session, Tina, with the crayons because I love the crayons and I have a lot of them. One of my favorite things to work with. But yeah, so I just wanted to, like I said, I just wanted to put together some bookmarks, give you guys another idea for last minute stocking stuffers. These little dolls are just adorable. Like I said, they're in the shop. And you can get them, the black and white ones, or you can get the red ones I shared with you earlier, along with these backgrounds. These make really great bookmarks as well. So that's it. So hopefully the live today wasn't too painful, you guys. I know I had some problems early on trying out a new setup. I gotta test my setups apparently before I get on. But yeah, that's it for today. So hopefully you guys had fun playing along, creating these little bookmarks for kids. And remember, no live next week because of Christmas. Yeah, Tina, Merry Christmas to you too. And Happy New Year to everybody. I hope you guys all have a wonderful Christmas. And I hope you get lots of craft supplies to play with next year. And I'll be back for a formal stream in a couple weeks. You know, I might do an impromptu. Like I said, sometimes when I'm just at my desk, I'll turn on the camera. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how busy I become. All right, guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me and dealing with all my technical issues. Hopefully next year I'll become a little bit more tech savvy and we can get a little bit smoother. I don't know what you guys are going to do when my streams are so smooth. It will be shocking. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time.